Welcome to Go Kaiju Show. We are the longest running Kaiju podcast. We are the best. We are the funnest. That's probably not even a word. I am your co-host, Kent. Along with me is your other co-host,
Jason. And speaking of the longest Kaiju podcast show, this year marks 15 years for us, starting, I would say, around early April time.
You know, the funny thing is you and I did like 30 or so minutes worth of talking before the show. I forgot
Well,
to bring,
close
I had
to
this
20
idea
minutes.
the other day. Do we want to do like some sort of 15th anniversary thing at some point?
We'll have to discuss about that after this, because I know we've got another thing to discuss after this episode here.
So we're back. Well, Happy New Year, by the way.
Yes,
we are continuing our Kamen Rider adventure. Not counting at this very moment, we have approximately like 27 episodes of Kamen Rider left to cover. And instead of doing, 4 or 5 like we did the last time when we did Kamen Rider,
we're
only going to do 3.
Yeah.
Jason felt like he had enough, and I'm tired, so I'm okay.
It was mainly due to bandwidth issue, physically, and then kind of video.
I mean, like we said before, all these Kamen Rider things, by and large, are the same, at least with this original series. So we are covering episodes 71 through 74 today. No, 72 through 74. Oh, it's already been a long day.
Look, he's already getting tired of it already.
Well, it's been a day. Like at the church I went to, I'm not kidding when I say that a member of the chorus, or the choir, I should say, see what I'm talking about. A member of the choir, I don't know if they were having a seizure or a stroke or something, but service got postponed for like 30, 40 minutes, and paramedics had to come in, tend to the person, and take him to the hospital. So, like, it's been one of those days where...
Yeah. And usually today I would go to church with my parents and stuff. And then today they were having a chili cook-off. They usually do that once every year. But due to the freezing temperatures and stuff that we're having here today, we didn't go to church today. So thankfully, just kind of did some couple chores here and there this morning before doing this episode here. So been keeping myself warm so far.
Yeah, we're going to start getting the deep freeze this evening here. The kids already have tomorrow off because of MLK Day, but it's going to be like wind chills are going to be between like minus 15 through minus 25 all the way through Wednesday here. Mm-hmm. So I told the kids, I said, well, I think you're probably also going to get Tuesday and Wednesday off as well, because they haven't used any snow days here yet. And I figure, why not? I mean, first of all, like, we don't live that far from the kids' school. Like they could walk in a straight line and they're there. And just the amount of time it would take for them to walk from the end of our driveway down to like the front of their school, they probably would get frostbite with those temperatures. It's like, yeah, I think the superintendent needs to be calling school off. Wednesday as well.
Yeah, we're going to have that through Tuesday. And I think Wednesday is going to sort of jump back up around the low, mid to high 30s by around Wednesday. So thank God for that.
But anyways, before we get on with Kamen Rider, Jason.
Yes. So if you see a subscribe button above or below, wherever you're watching us from, make sure to hit that subscribe button, smash the like button. And if you, listen to our audio versions of our podcast, you can subscribe to us and listen to us over on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, even on our own YouTube channel. And then you can find both audio and video versions of our episodes right on our own website at gogokaijushow.com. And also, if you listen to us on any of the audio platforms, make sure to give us a 5-star rating on those.
Yes. And share. Not the singer. I'm talking about like distributing something to people that you also enjoy. I hope you enjoy the show.
Give the gift of knowledge.
Give them us. The world needs us.
I'm not even sure I need myself.
The world doesn't have enough me in it. Oh, me.
I know.
All right. So, are you like kind of set up?
Yep, I'm on the 0 mark here.
Crap, I forgot what the title of this was. I thought it said something about vampire mosquitoes or something.
Yeah, so according to this YouTube channel, they have it as vampiric mosquitoes versus 2 riders.
That sounds right. Okay, so for those of you who have never joined us for a commentary before, what we do, damn, I'm having brain farts all over the place. You're gonna have to like cut some of this stuff out, Jason. What we do is I count down from 3. I go 3, 2, 1, go. When I say go, you hit select, play, whatever it is on whichever device you're using to watch the episode or movie from. To watch along with us.
That's all there is to it.
Yeah. All right. So are you set?
I am.
All right. So here we go with episode 72 of the original Kamen Rider. 3, 2, 1, go.
And of course, I need to turn that down a little bit.
How is it like on my end?
Let me mute. Fine. May want to turn it down a couple notches.
What about that?
Turn it down 1. Turn it down another.
I'm almost down to 0.
Oh, really?
I'm almost down. Yeah, I'm at 2 right now.
Okay.
Otherwise, I'm not going to hear anything.
I'm sort of that way too. On my
What
end.
are you saying?
No. Oh, speak up.
Huh? So on a scale of 1 to 10, Jason, how excited are you about finishing this whole series?
So what's like what's 10 equal to?
10 is like you are like super like incredibly stoked to get this thing done.
I'd probably say 6.5.
6.5. Oh, I thought it would be a lot higher. I would say for me, I'm at about a 7.
You say, "Oh, I thought it was going to be higher."
I know.
Meanwhile, me, 7.
Yeah, you know what would have been worse? Be like, oh, I thought it would have been higher. Me, it's a 1.
Holy crap! Did this mosquito guy literally get blood from his penis?
Oh dear God! First of all, that's not how mosquito bites are.
Like, did you see where he got the blood from, though?
I did not know. I was looking at you.
It's like it looked like he literally got it from his dick. That's how it looked.
Oh dear God! I'm gonna have to like at some point rewatch that part. You know, the tagline for this series should be "Take in small doses," because again, I mean, this series is wackadoo, and in many ways, I like that. But at the same time, by and large, like every stinking episode is kind of the same. That you're kind of like, okay, rider kick, okay, oh, over under on rider kick.
I'm gonna probably say under 50,000 for that, but then I'm going to say over infinity as far as him riding off at the very end.
Over would be like less of a chance.
Oh, then I'll say under infinity as far as him taking off into the sunset or something at the final scene.
I will do the same for the write-off. It's an important thing. And I will do under half infinity for the writer kick. You see what I did there? Half of infinity is
probably like
technically, in a way, infinity itself.
Or like a decillion or sextillion or whatever that number is.
It is. Because I don't think there's even a name for it.
Oh, there is, but you just have to figure it out.
Does anyone have that figured out? Probably not.
Maybe a Google.
You know what? I'm going to ask. There is no defined concept of half of infinity because infinity is not a number, but rather a concept. It's almost as if Google was glaring at me and says, there is no concept of half infinity.
Or it'll be like, what are you, dumb?
Oh, it's Ichiro. It's Ichiro in the white shirt here.
Trying to get a better look here. Come on. Didn't quite catch the face.
Hopefully they show it here. There was a good shot here 30 or so seconds ago. Oh, come on. It was Ichiro.
I won't believe it until I see it.
Yeah, well, there's no concept of half infinity.
Yeah, dummy.
Are they actually going to kill those kids, though?
Probably not. Or maybe one of them.
The Japanese are more likely to kill the kids in their shows than we are in America.
Yeah, because they've proven that maybe a few times.
And here's the thing. The Japanese will do it in their kid shows. Americans won't even do it in adult shows.
Yeah.
Come on. Ichiro?
Oh, there it. Man, that guy needs some exercising.
I do too.
Same.
I have been sort of exercising.
I need to do some too.
I've been trying to rehab my shoulder. I've had shoulder tendonitis since September. She's taking a lunch break.
And plus, where would she even get that?
Probably brought it along.
Taking a long time.
I love this skeleton. It's so incredibly fake. I love it.
Yeah. And I'm kind of surprised they don't use one of those skeleton type of models that you see.
Right. That would actually look more realistic than something like that.
And to probably be even cheaper than just making your own.
Unless this is something they grabbed out of the Toei closet that was used for something else.
Could be.
Which is a possibility. Oh my gosh, that was a huge whiff.
Boy, we never even see him transform.
They're trying to save money.
I mean, they've already got that stock footage of him transforming anyways.
They're probably like, we overcommitted and we thought we had more money in the bank when we said, hey, let's do 98 episodes of this.
Yeah, let's try to save money by not adding any more stock footage.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking here a few days ago, I'm like, okay, well, what will it be like when we wrap up Kamen Rider here in like a few months? And I thought to myself, you know, it'll be bittersweet. Like, even though we've complained a lot about this show, more or less about it being the same thing, like on some level, I'm going to miss it because this has been, again, despite the complaining, been a little bit fun because there's been some laughter and just goofiness. But then I thought, maybe I'm actually going to shed a tear when this is done.
But it's not like the end all be all to Kamen Rider.
Right.
Stuff. But we're going to have to figure out how to do these things moving forward. Because I know we sort of came up with certain ideas.
I can't remember where I was. I don't think it was Amazon, although it could have been. If it was Amazon or some place like a deep discount or somewhere else where I found like another Kamen Rider show that was mid-late 70s, I want to say. I think it was like the third iteration of Kamen Rider.
Yeah, I know they have some like Blu-rays or DVDs of certain Kamen Riders, but I think some of those are a bit newer.
Yeah, like I know there's newer releases. And like I said too, and I've, you know, anyone who's, you know, listened to us long enough knows that I'm very skeptical on a lot of newer tokusatsu stuff, just because I don't know, like some of the newer Ultramans, for example, that I've seen, and I haven't seen all of them. I just think they lose some of that charm of the older ones. And, you know, with some of my exposure of like the Super Sentai and Beetleborgs or whatever from past G-Fest, I'm kind of like, I'm not big into that emo stuff either. I find it to be just pretentious and whiny.
So, a whiny little bitch.
These shows have the incurable disease of being a whiny little bitch. Oh, dear Lord. Like, I understand you're not really going to punch and kick people, but do different camera angles or set up the people differently so it's not obvious that you're like kicking this far away from them.
Yeah.
What was the... See, Ichiro.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, because this show was made in 71. When was Revenge made? I think it was right around the same time.
70.
Okay.
What was the name of this character that was this iteration of Kamen Rider?
What do you mean?
The guy doing this one, they showed him earlier when Tachibana was at like the top of the temple stairs, and this guy took off his Kamen Rider suit for a moment. You probably didn't see it, did you?
Oh, I saw it. I don't know.
I even forgot the main guy's name.
Oh, I think the original main guy, I think it was Hongo.
Okay, yeah. This guy, I think, was I want to say it was the Kamen Rider that took over for Hongo.
You know what time it is?
Accident. Research time.
Yes.
That is such a figurine.
Let's see here. Oop, not that. Let's see here.
Oh, Ichimonji Honjis? Honjis? Ichimonjis. Whatever.
So the main dude is Takeshi Hongo, and this guy is Hayato Ichimonji.
Yeah. Oh, I got a subtitle that says "Fortune Slips, 20 yen." Why are they wearing the same shirt? Are they like those kinds of girls that are in a sorority and are like, "Hey, let's do everything together"?
Well, they are called the Rider Girls. There's been, of course, all the variant ones that we've seen, which they go up to a certain amount of episodes until
they've run their course.
Yeah, until they run a course. Pretty much the ones that we're seeing right now are pretty much here to stay throughout the remainder of the series. Whereas Yuri, she's been there. She's the longest one serving the Rider Girls because she's been there since episode 14.
So, first of all, why have Rider Girls to begin with? Second of all, what happened to the old ones?
Just to have some sexy ladies present.
That's not exactly what I was thinking you were going to say.
Well, you should know me by now.
I thought you would say something like, I don't know.
But what was the one thing that you were going to say?
Like, are they murdering the older ones? They're like, oh, we're tired of you, and then take them out to a pasture.
Or probably they had other reasons off set. So
yeah, offset. The actresses are like, man, this show sucks. I don't want to be on it. What can I get on my contract? I don't want to keep doing the same thing. I don't want to be eye candy for you boys.
And now you got Hongo here. And then your FBI boy,
Chubster.
Chubster Schuster.
I keep forgetting what his character name is.
Let's see here. Kazuya Taki.
Taki. He looks like he put on like some good muscle. Like he's looking a little built here.
Looked a little chiseled on the face there, a little. Oh, yo.
What's the point of boiling them if they intend on potentially killing them anyways? Like, just holding them hostage would be enough.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. What the?
Yeah, see? It kind of looks like he's drinking blood through the dick.
There's another t-shirt. Looks like he's drinking blood through the dick.
Have you seen that one meme where there's one guy's like, grab his dick and twist it?
No, I haven't seen that.
I'll have to show you that afterwards.
Man, I can't get enough of that. That one like video clip you said was like, was it before Christmas or before New Year's or whatever? Like, usually funny stuff for me after a few times seeing it like doesn't become as funny. That one just continues to stay funny. Oh boy. Oh man, I'm an idiot.
Jeez.
Oh. They were saving the transformation moment for this. Oh, they didn't even do it here either. I spoke too soon. Whoa, wait a minute. I thought there was some differentiation here. Now I can't tell. I mean, I guess I can because Hongo's holding his side, but I thought the suits were like a different color.
Well, I know between the two guys, the suits are obviously different.
Not right now, they aren't. Remember what? Him flying away? Being a coward?
Maybe.
That's a cool pet bridge.
I think that probably was the same one that was in the Gamera Guardians of the Universe.
Yeah, it could be. Didn't Ghidra have something kind of like this too?
I know it was like a highway bridge.
Well, I thought too, like the geologists on their way to find the comet that landed near Mount Fuji, they went over a bridge, something similar to this. We should know. We watched the movie like a couple weeks ago.
But I've already forgotten about it.
Not that detail.
We should probably soon find out here. We're getting towards the end.
That's crazy. We're already near the end.
Yeah. About 3 minutes left.
Well, it was like when we watched those 3 movies for the year-end special. That took us like 5.5 hours to do it. It's like, seems like we've only been at this for 2.
Well, the total time for that whole episode was just right around 5 hours.
Oh. That's amazing for 3 movies.
Yeah.
And one of them is like pushing 2 hours. Uh-oh. Oh, I thought they were going to do the Rider kick. Oh!
Double kick.
Oh, I am a rich man.
Oh. Wow, that's a bit...
we forgot to do the explosion.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good thing we didn't, because I would have said yes.
No,
I like that,
it was
though.
just one rider kick, but double rider kick.
Doesn't that mean we get double the money?
Double the fun.
Double your pleasure, double your fun, double income. Why would you mention that? Now they know where to find you. You moron. And then they bring out another shocker monster. Like, haven't you guys learned anything? This time we'll do it. This time we'll do it. This time we'll do it. This time we'll do it.
After 50 or so episodes, no, they haven't. But look,
Yeah,
we get one, but double.
Double write-off. Shio Manaking. next episode preview.
And it's in the same area from this past episode.
Foam will kill the two riders. What kind of creature is he supposed to be?
Howard, we didn't even realize that they even rescued the rider girls and the two kids.
Does anyone really care? That's the question I gotta ask. It's a legitimate question.
Yeah, I guess.
All right, Jason.
Yeah, pretty much your typical Kamen Rider episode. They the Shocker haven't learned their lesson. Although I would say pretty cool costume for or design for Maskilas there, but in the end, you're gonna have to dock off points as far as the rider kick and then the ride off. I don't know how it would do as far as a double for both of them.
You got to take 2 letter grades.
But yeah, it's typical Kamen Rider episode. I'll give it a D plus.
Oh wow. Yeah, I mean, basically, like you said, really, there's nothing unique about it other than the villain. Which, again, I mean, that's not saying a ton, just because we've seen enough of these Shocker dudes that, okay, yeah, they bring a different ability, but we know how it's going to end more or less. Part of me is enjoying this just because I think, kind of like the last time, it's been a moment since we've done a Kamen Rider episode. So I kind of enjoyed it. It's not great, don't get me wrong, but I kind of enjoyed it a little bit. And I almost guarantee you that as we go on to these final couple episodes, I think the score will go down just because I'm like, okay, now I remember. Like, it's, like, I had fun. It was fine. I'm giving it a C.
Yeah, you were telling me like the last time we were doing this, like, oh, why are you giving these a good grade?
Why?
Zoinks, Scoob.
Zoinks. Okay, so 73, at least on mine, is called Double Riders Defeat Shio.
Yeah, that's pretty much the same on my end. Shio Monarchy.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so are you ready?
Yeah, I just need to get to the 0 bark. But I'm ready.
Oh, okay. 3, 2, 1, go. You sent something here. I gotta. Oh, this is
yeah,
what
that's that meme. Yeah.
I was going to say, is just at a UFC fight.
Maybe.
That guy was really passionate.
Really into it.
It's like, you do realize it's probably against the rules, even though it's glorified street fighting.
Or martial arts, what have you.
You might as well, like, go to the extreme and just start throwing in random weapons. Like, here's a shovel, here's a pickaxe, here's a hatchet. Like, you know,
mashed to death, basically.
Yeah, basically. I feel like I get concussed just watching some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I can't watch it. Like, to me, it's too brutal.
I've seen at least maybe a few. It'd be nice to maybe try to attend one in person.
I would
It's
rather
a matter of
watch
where. I did manage to see that that Tyson boxing match, but like the feed and stuff, it was just getting overloaded and all that stuff. But as far as the matches before that, some of those were pretty good.
Lincoln wanted to watch it. I didn't realize that there were going to be other fights. And once we turned it on and we realized there were other fights, we realized that they wouldn't fight till like midnight our time. We told him he couldn't watch it. And he's like, oh, he was disappointed. And then I woke up the next morning to see what happened. And I read, I'm like, that sounds about right. It sounds like, hey, let's just, hype the crap out of this thing, steal everyone's hard-earned cash.
And plus, you probably, both of you would have been disappointed anyways, because like the stream bandwidth, it was getting pretty overloaded when it got to that main fight.
Yeah, I mean, it would have probably been a godsend anyways, considering how the fight itself turned out.
Yeah. But besides that, the other bouts were pretty good. Especially the one that they had with with the women that they had in there. That was pretty good.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I really have this conspiracy theory where I do think the Tyson Paul fight was a sham to begin with.
Well, they had some videos kind of like zooming in on certain areas where Tyson was about to hit him in the face, but then like all of a sudden at the last second pulled back one of his punches.
I think it was a sham, not only to get money, but I think a little bit of it too had to, because Tyson's like 60 or something like that. I think part of it too was so that Tyson wouldn't get some broken ribs too.
Yeah.
Because of his age. Because I think if they were to throw punches, Tyson, I think, would have beat the shit out of him.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if Paul would have actually maybe gotten a hit or two earlier, in the rib cage, he probably could have broken some of Tyson's ribs just because of his age.
Yeah. But anyways, we're getting sidetracked.
What other conspiracy theories do you want us to share?
Haven't heard this music for a while.
I can't quite tell because you made me turn the volume down on my TV. It almost sounds like the ending music to Son of Godzilla.
He doesn't quite look like a professor the way he's dressed.
He was out enjoying himself.
What kind of enjoyment?
Ichiro. Are they part of the gang now?
Don't know. Although, wasn't he in? I think he might have been in the past episodes.
Yeah, the more I keep thinking about it, I think he was in maybe one or two others at least. By the way, at some point we probably will have to cover it. I'm not looking forward to it because I've already seen it. Don't watch Whale God.
Oh, and then some of the other kind of comedic kaiju movies like that long-haired kaiju, and then
Gihara.
Yeah, Gihara.
That's only 30 minutes.
And then Not Zilla. If you've heard of that one.
Yeah, I've never seen that one.
I think you can get the a DVD or something off of Amazon.
Not Zilla.
Not Zilla. Notzilla.
What are they making fun of the 98 movie again?
No, that's far from it. It's completely different. from what I've seen as far as the photo of it.
Because I was about to say, if in some way, shape, or form it's going after that, I'm telling you right now, I'm giving it an automatic F. And that's going to be one of the worst things I've ever seen. So even though I have yet to see it.
You haven't seen it yet.
You don't need to. It's so funny we do this, and I think we talk more about other stuff than we do the episodes.
Yeah.
That's how formulaic Kamen Riders become.
Yeah. It's like we
know how this goes.
We've seen like over 70 episodes. We know what's going on.
Yeah.
Basically.
I gotta chug my coffee here, otherwise I'm gonna be up all night.
I had a couple cups of coffee already, and then finished up one thing of tea, and then I've got sparkling water.
Yeah, I got my coffee and a sparkling water here. Ever since I read that one thing about like how even a little bit of alcohol can increase your chances of cancer, I have not drank alcohol. That it's been almost 3 weeks since that. So I'm like, I think I'm done with that.
Yeah, haven't really had much of alcohol since I think June, and then I usually have like champagne around New Year's Eve. So it was like, I'll just grab maybe a bottle or two, and then that'll be my last thing. So finish those up and have like maybe use the remaining ones for a mimosa.
Adjacent mimosa.
Yeah.
Oh, so Shinomanaki, according to my subtitles, that I like it. The subtitle person put a note that says it means fiddler crab.
That's kind of
I appreciate that. I heard something.
Well, it's kind of what my subtitles here just say. They just call it fiddler crab or whatever it is.
Oh, so you must have the same subtitles that I do.
Not sure, because seems like there's been other versions of subtitles.
My favorite subtitle of all time, it was maybe 30 or so episodes ago. Speaking gibberish.
Yeah.
That's one of my most favorite subtitles I've ever seen. Like I said then, I think need to put it on a t-shirt.
It looks like Hongo transformed into Hayato's.
He did. Yeah.
Kamen Rider. So what happened to the original suit? Hayato, Hayato. No. Hongo accidentally shit in his pants.
And the dry cleaner's having a hell of a time.
Yeah. Get the stench out.
To me, it's not about the stench; it's about that stain.
Maybe both.
Oh. Maybe the guy sniffed it to check it out. It still was so bony, he like accidentally smacked the back of his head like on a rail and like knocked himself out cold for a while.
Saying he went into a coma.
Yeah.
This is pretty interesting because I think with this past episode and this episode, we don't really get much of like underwater shots like that.
I would be all for more of this as long as you can try to make it entertaining.
Yeah. That's the thing.
That's something that this series kind of started lacking after about 20 something episodes.
Yeah.
Well, they keep doing martial arts. It's like, yeah, but it's the same stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And it's the same finisher.
It's
I have no idea what the story is about. I haven't been paying that much attention to this.
Well, hence with us going into like different conversations that's unrelated to the show.
I know some people are probably upset, but again, for the umpteenth time, when you have something as formulaic as this, why bother? I mean, we're doing it just for the sake of getting it done, more or less.
Right. Yeah.
Because I have this weird feeling like if I start something, I eventually need to finish it. Otherwise, it eats away at me.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so you're saying you don't like the show? I find it amusing. But again, like I said earlier, take in small doses.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a different podcast where it's like Kent and Jason talk over a movie and we throw in a random movie and we just talk, whether it's about the movie or something totally else.
Maybe. We did try doing one other podcast, but that only lasted for 6 episodes.
I liked doing that, but the problem was that we still wanted to do this and we just couldn't quite figure out how to handle both.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't mind doing that again.
But again, it's like, how are we going to even handle it? That's the thing.
Well, the thing could be like, if you were to take the time to like teach me how to do some of the stuff, like I could upload and edit all that particular one.
The thing is, though, is like a lot of stuff that I do as far as editing wise is through Adobe, which you don't even have.
Right. But I'm just saying, like, we could make it an audio. I've got Audacity. Like, I could edit it through something like that. We wouldn't need to do it as a video or anything.
Well, and that's what I'm saying is like even audio stuff on my end, I do through Adobe.
Oh, yeah.
One of the programs there.
I know how to run Audacity.
And through, what was the Adobe Audition? That's kind of the equivalent of Audacity. It has a thing where I can reduce like the audio quality. Well, try to enhance the quality and try to make it sound a bit smoother and try not to overload the audio or the speakers and all that stuff.
Overload.
But I would think there should be some kind of YouTube video as far as like trying to do like that sort of process on Audacity. There should at least be a few or so.
And I think Audacity's straight up free. Like, I don't think there's even a feature.
Yeah, it's free.
I didn't know though if it had like another thing where like if you bought a pro version or something like that. I don't think such a thing exists with that.
Let me see if there could be at least a pro version where there's maybe some kind of benefits. There's Audacity Cloud saving, which looks like you sign up for it.
Yeah, I wouldn't need that.
Looks like that's probably the only thing that you sign up for.
Yeah, so otherwise it's just, the program straight up.
Oh, they got what is called A Studio, the world's #1 AI singing voice generator.
I'm getting ideas.
Try for
How much
free.
is that? Oh, yeah, you try it, but what are you spending?
Let me see here.
And I bet it's kind of like Adobe where you don't like download a program, you access it.
It says get on Muse Hub, what the heck is Muse Hub here? And see, I'm not even watching
I was
the
just
episode. Looking at a different site.
We always say, well, back to the show. By the way, how's that software?
Yeah. Here we go again, just off tangent.
All right, back to the show. Hey, by the way, have you figured anything out on that yet? All right, back to the show. Oh, what are you having for dinner tonight?
None of your business. Actually, I'm going to be doing some chili.
So, I think we're doing something with pork chops.
I'm going to do like a cheeseburger or like white chili.
How do you do cheeseburger white chili?
Just follow the recipe.
You throw a bunch of chalk dust. We got to make it white somehow.
Ain't that easy? Well, it is easy. Just need white chili beans and milk or what have you. I mean, just the way that Taki's quote unquote tied up, he can just easily just get himself loose from like he did right there.
Yeah. You're like, I think, a second ahead of me.
Well, I started off at the 0 mark.
Well, I did too. Like, I don't. Oh, well. I wonder what Shocker's budget is for rope.
Probably at least $500 a month.
All right.
Budget.
So how many people are we looking to take hostage this month? We only have enough room in the budget for 36 people. So what is that? so we got to be very selective on the 36 people we want to take hostage for this month. So be very selective.
So pretty much translation, we're frugal. Penny pinchers.
So you mean I can't go and tie up kids anymore? Not this month. We gotta have some adults. People will pay more for adults.
So now you can't really distinguish between the two. Which one's Hongo, which one's Hayato.
Exactly. Yet
all because Hongo just had to make a mess in his original soup.
Allegedly.
Yeah.
Although we don't want him to sue us.
Yeah.
You have to always say allegedly. Even though we know the truth.
Yeah.
Because I thought one of the suits was darker and that either the helmet and or vest had like a slightly different design to it.
Like, I think the helmet had a bit of a darker or a little bit of a different color to like the face mask area.
Yeah, that too.
Well, now you can see it's sort of a differentiation between the two. One of them has a red glove and boots, whereas the other one's still
that's dumb. I'm sorry. I know, so you'd be like, well, you want differentiation. It's like, yeah, but there needs to be. This is lazy is what this
is. Oh, we didn't do our bet for this one.
Oh, under infinity for kick, under 500 for explosion.
And then as far as the write-off?
Infinity write-off. I mean, that's a given anymore.
I'll do the same. I'll match yours.
Yo. Uh-oh.
You know what this means?
Oh, you ruined it for me. I'm going to say I'm doubly rich now.
What the heck is going on here? Oh! He's sort of combusted.
I'm counting that. There's fire, so if there's fire, I'm going to count it as part of the explosion. Fire has to be present.
You didn't establish that rule earlier, so
I am now. That means I'm covering your butt too. So what do you complain about?
Oh, there's an explosion there.
That's bonus. We get bonus. I'm making up these rules. We go along. Bonus.
There you go. A double write-off. Again.
Man, I can retire 500 lifetimes over now.
Millions of lifetimes over.
In the narrator, more or less, is saying the same thing over and over again. We need to have an over-under on what the narrator says now, too.
Well, what the heck is this monster?
Attacking blood banks? Another bloodsucker? What is this, like a leech? No, it can't be a leech. Demon of Death, Rider Youth. They probably have a gang of stock. They're like kids. Be like the West Side Story.
All right. So, what are your thoughts on episode 73?
You know what? Despite the fact I didn't pay much attention to it, maybe that's part of the reason why. That's part of the reason why, perhaps. I didn't mind it. I'm going to give this one a C minus, though, because, again, I'm getting irritated with the double rider kick. Like I was saying, we're going to, I think, see a little bit of a decline here. I'll give it a C minus.
Yeah. It's pretty much a direct tie-in to the previous episode with the same people and all that, but different shocker villain. As far as this villain, pretty interesting concept and everything. But I think we've had something similar in past episodes.
Oh, yeah.
This kind of ordeal. So with the docking of points and everything with the write-off, I'll stick with a D+ again on this one.
Well, we're more or less consistent here.
At least for me, I'm consistent.
The one thing is, like, we used to talk about the uniqueness of villains. We haven't really done that much lately just because, again, things are repeating themselves. And
we sort of did in this one here.
We did for a while.
But past episode 2, sort of is... say it was a bit unique as far as the concept of it.
Well, you did. I didn't.
I think you did. Maybe your brain farts are really affecting you today.
I've been eating a lot of sugar since Christmas, so
yeah, shocker. No pun intended.
So, according to my end, the last episode we're covering today for episode 74 is Deadly Blood-Sucking Fiends, ! Good luck, Rider Boys Squad. Why is there an apostrophe after it? There should be an apostrophe.
So according to the title of mine, it says Deadly Blood-Sucking Fiends with double exclamation points. And then after that, it says good.
Good. You're good.
Good. Yeah, good.
I mean, yeah, that's all you need is good.
Yeah. You don't need anything more.
Yeah. forget it. Like, you know what? The guy was probably like typing and getting ready. He's like, whatever. No one's going to watch it anymore. Yeah. There's 74 episodes in. They'd probably quit by this point.
Yeah, just about 5,500 people watching. Good.
That's probably like, oh, maybe I should have finished that.
Yeah, it's been 3.5 years or whatever it is.
You ready?
Yes.
All right. 3, 2, 1, go.
All right. Boy, final episode already.
Yep.
Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah. Well, not only that, but like our reviews have been so short, and the last episode, we're like, yeah, same thing.
Yeah.
We didn't have a whole lot to say. Just, it was an episode.
Yeah. Sort of a good shocker villain.
I wasn't
maybe sort of recycled from a previous one.
Or as Andy Reid says in that commercial, great googly moogly.
I think I've mentioned this before, is like with the intro part of this, like everything was exciting for a good amount of episodes. Right up until we get this one, it seems like, I'll just stand here, do a leisure rating. I don't even know if it's a real person or just a dummy dressed as a Kamen Rider.
You mean like that action figure from the first episode we saw on this podcast?
Yeah. But just a life-size version of it.
How many episodes have I seen of tokusatsu shows where they open up with some sort of shadowy figure? I mean, I've seen it in a number of Ultraman.
I can't keep track.
Yeah, that's one of the like trademarks of a tokusatsu is you got to have like the monster villain in silhouette.
Right at night too.
Up
with
against
someone alone. Someone alone in a large building.
That's like a horror trope.
Yeah. One, two, Freddy's coming for you.
3, 4, better lock your doors. 5, 6, pick up sticks. Oops, wrong rhyme. Ooh.
Sorry, my bad.
I shot myself. Clean up the mess.
That looks like the same gal from Gamer vs. Zegra. The one that gets manipulated by Zegra.
This isn't the same gal, yeah. Like the other gal, she had more of a distinct face.
That's kind of what I was thinking. Like from one of the shots there, it kind of looked like her. Damn. Hey, it's Ichiro.
It's Wonder Twins.
Unite.
I'm working through the original Super Friends series.
I can't remember the last time I watched those. It was probably back in the early 2000s or something when we had like a free trial or something of Boomerang.
Was it, if you have Max, you can see them on there. But back in, I want to say it was September, DC brought out the whole set of all the Super Friends. And it's like that thick. So I bought it and I'm going through it right now. I'm almost done with the first series. The Wonder Twins aren't in that one. I think it's, who are the kids? It's Wonder Dog, Wendy, and Super Marvin, I guess, is the one kid's name. And then I think Wonder Twins come in the next iteration. Please don't tell me that they're going to like kill pigeons here in this episode.
No, they let go at least 4 of them in that last scene.
Yeah, but I'm concerned, like, with the monster that they have. Like, we're gonna see dead pigeons.
I think maybe they're trying to have them as like the doves, but they were probably short on doves, so they had to make do with pigeons. regular flying rats.
Yeah, like we would like doves. What are you charging for doves? Like $50 a bird. Oh, that's not in their budget. Well, what about pigeons? Oh, they're the trash bird of the family. Yeah, like we'll just give those right away. No. Pigeons are wonderful though. Like they're incredible creatures. They're fun to watch too. Oh, one of those where put him under a trance. I thought he actually killed her. Although they probably would have thought that would have been too much, but it's like, well, you're jabbing her in the neck anyways.
Yeah, so it's like that would be an easy way to kill someone.
I mean, not only that, but you already showed probably the most violent part anyways. Why not just make her dead? You know? But oh well. By the way, Jason, there is no defined concept of half of it.
Yeah, dummy. Quite the convincing teeth.
So what is, like, my guess is this has to be like a parasite. Like, I can't quite make out what creature this could be.
I'm just gonna call it thing.
The thing.
the Japanese version of the thing.
Yeah. Did you ever see that 82 movie?
No.
Okay.
In fact, I haven't even seen the original one.
What? Oh, the original one is fantastic. A lot of people hate it, but I mean, I can.
Oh, of course.
I like it. I think it's fun. It's that fun. If you like old style, like horror / monster films, like you'll enjoy that one. But so how does this is so stupid. Like, so he takes a little bit of their blood and they're somehow under his control.
Yeah, it's saying once you take all their blood, they become your slave. It's like, how can they become your slave when you take all of their blood? Like, how are they even going to function?
So stupid. Again, I understand it's a kid's show, but they've had more interesting concepts.
Like at some point, some kid out there, when they watch this, is like, that's unbelievable. That's not true.
You're right. Yeah. I mean, as a kid, like if I were watching this as like a 6 or 7-year-old, I'd be like, oh, okay. But like even then, I think at that age, you're kind of like, I don't know about that.
Like there has to be a line drawn.
Yeah.
Screw me. For a second there, I thought you had a handcuff, but it was just a pigeon.
That'd be funny. Shoka.
So they have certain numbers for pigeons. Try to track them down.
Well, yeah, like it's like what a lot of scientists do when they do like certain tests with animals. Like they're more or less given like a number of sorts.
But also, it's like, is this their main communication now? Is through pigeons? Like, could they
Hey,
just
people
have like,
did it back in the day.
could they
Why
just have
not?
like a watch or something of the sort?
Yep.
And two, it's like at the beginning of this episode, they put on like medallions, these Kamen Rider looking medallions. It's like, could they have some sort of communication through those
Might as well.
instead of just using pigeons?
Either that or, they're like those little coins that the Rangers had in their morphin, whatever those things were that they did when they were like Tyrannosaurus and all that.
Right, yeah.
Tyrannosaurus.
Sloth. Love junk. Hey, you guys.
That's the 40th anniversary of that is playing up at one of my local theaters.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Holy crap, 40 years.
I ended up finally buying the DVD of that here last year. I'm like, you know what? I haven't seen that in a while, and I don't have it on DVD or Blu-ray, so I'm going to buy it. I got it for like $5.
And speaking of which, I found the town where they actually filmed that movie. And
wasn't it in like I want to say it's Oregon or Washington.
It's in Oregon, just right on the border of the Oregon-Washington area. Like around the corner, I'll have to show you the town. I forget the name of it, but it's the same town where they filmed Kindergarten Cops.
You know what? That kind of makes sense now.
That one robot name, the name of that one robot from the 80s had a movie.
Oh, with the wheels.
Yeah.
Oh, I just about had it. Because I listened to some podcasts about it like not too long ago. Oh, now I gotta look it up. I know what you're talking about. Oh, nope. Nope.
What were you gonna say though?
I thought it started with like fuse or something like that, but no, it's not that.
I think it starts with an R.
Short circuit.
Short circuit, yeah.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't called the robot's name, but I knew it was some sort of technical robotish term.
Yeah, speaking of which, I'll check the name of that one town here. Go to Google Maps. Because I pinned some of these areas.
I'm gonna see what this Shirakulis is.
Yeah, the name of the town is Astoria.
You know what? That sounds familiar.
Astoria, Oregon.
Well, this Shirakulis, I'm trying to figure out what a Shirakulis is, and one of the results comes up with some hentai crap.
But yeah, apparently Astoria was supposed to originally be like the New York of the West of where it's established, but due to like all the like things going on with the bay where a lot of ships sank, that kind of ended that sort of movement.
You know what? Like having it in a smaller community similar to that of Jaws, it just works better. because you get more of a sense of isolation. Like that, just having that sense of isolation heightens sort of, and I know it's not really a horror movie, Goonies is, but it still makes it seem like the kids are maybe more in danger.
Yeah.
Perhaps. But anyways, back to Kamen Rider.
Off tangent.
Over under.
Infinity for all three.
Oh boy. I would say, yeah, under infinity for the kick and the write-off. You know what? I'll do the same for the explosion. I wonder if the nurse will die. Probably not, though.
Yeah, no.
He almost looks like some weird barnacle.
Some kind of parasitic plankton or whatever.
Yeah. And like I said, I'm trying to figure out what a Shirakulis is because that's the name. But like, I'm not really coming up with anything except hentai.
Ken, what have you been doing?
Oh my gosh.
Now
it's a gang.
Yeah, a gang of like Kamen Rider kids.
This is going to be totally inappropriate, but are they trying to pull like a Hitler Youth kind of thing?
I don't know.
We're doing a shocker. I'm not a shocker. A Kamen Rider Youth.
Well, it's like Shocker is like in the earlier episodes of the series, they had things tied to.
Well, exactly.
Tied to those guys. And then
they kind of dropped it. And then, oh my God.
But then they had, like I told you or showed you in, was it Kamen Rider V3, the next series after this, where they had a Hitler starfish? Boss?
That was funny. Did you see that?
No.
You'll have to go back and see that. But see, like they used to have a, that disembodied voice dude for quite a while, and then they just got rid of him. I'm hoping we end up finding out like who he is, because if we end this series without that, I'm going to be disappointed to say the least.
Yeah. Well, knowing them and knowing the staff that makes the series, how much you going to bid on that?
Under infinity for not a satisfying ending. Yeah. So we're only doing the one writer now in this episode?
I guess so. So you said that you're not going to let them see you, but then you fly all the way to pretty much expose yourself there.
He might as well have said, I can't let him see me, and then just step in front of the car.
or just go right inside of that cab or the truck.
Like sitting right next to him. And he's like, want a Fanta?
You want some Picari sweat?
Hey, honey roasted peanuts?
Some roasted nuts?
Sure, why not? They're roasting. And see, I'm noticing now too, like all three of these episodes, Shocker's so stupid. They have like these little bandanas with like their logo, like a hanky logo taped or stuck onto a door. But those weren't a thing up until recently.
Hey.
We got a secret base.
Hey.
But we got a hanky on here. Oh, they got this idea from Gamera versus Gauss.
No, from Godzilla 54. Don't you see?
That's true. The blood has its What's
So now he's foaming.
man?
He's foaming like the last guy.
Yeah.
You see where the foam disintegrated? In actuality, that's just spray paint on the wall.
Dear Lord. He just pulled a guy down, like, is like, okay, you're done.
Yeah.
Why do you need to slip up a hill? Like,
Don't know.
that's so unconstructive.
You know, when you said earlier that there may be a part of you that you might miss this series and stuff. You know, I was just thinking here is like, at least next year when I go to Japan, there's a store in like in the I think the lower level of Tokyo Station where there's a Kamen Rider store there.
You'll go nuts because you're like, toys!
Along with the Ultraman store.
I would be interested in going in the Kamen Rider store. The Ultraman store, I think, would be more exciting.
Or the San
Monster.
Or the Sanrio store with all the Hello Kitty stuff.
Gosh, don't show Hope that.
Well, there's
that whole shop.
I was going to say, like, when we get towards that, when we plan on doing a week over there in a few years, there's an actual amusement park. It's an indoor one, just on the edge of Tokyo, kind of on the east side, where it's called Sanrio Land. Dedicated everything Hello Kitty and all the friends and stuff. I'll have to show you a video of that.
Yeah, I should. I could probably try to look it up on YouTube and show it to her. She'd probably be like,
"Yeah,
hey, you want to go to Japan, Hope? No. Well, look at this video. Let's go.
He did a drop kick."
Counts.
But he didn't do a rider kick. He did a drop kick.
It's still a kick. And Ryder did it, so it's technically a Ryder kick. Let's see what the preview will be here. What do we have to look forward to in a couple weeks?
Same thing.
Basically, yeah. Get my hopes up, and it's like, oh, that's right, I shouldn't. Hey, Spyolani.
Yeah. Just a really cheap rose rang.
It's a weird name.
Rosaranga.
Poisonous flower monster, Rose Rang, secret house. I couldn't even finish the rest of that. Such a long,
secret of the terror house.
Such a long title.
Yeah.
They need to really work on that.
Mine just called Secret of the Terror House.
Legends of the Hidden Temple.
It's kind of funny you said. It's kind of funny you said that. I was looking at some videos of the old Nickelodeon studios, like the history of it.
Yeah. I kind of miss some of that stuff.
Yeah. It would have been nice to have seen that back in the day when it was still around.
Well, I mean, we did. We technically watched.
Well, I'm talking about as far as in person.
Oh, okay.
Because they had some interesting stuff going on, like when you were there over at Universal Studios. But anyways, getting off tangent yet again.
Yeah, so it's your turn.
Gosh, it was pretty much the same, literally the same thing as both episodes. the last 2 episodes. Speaking of which, you had the first shocker villain sucking the blood off of people. And then you had, in the last episode before this one, you had the one villain doing all the foam and disintegrating people, where you had this one doing the combo of the two. So it's like kind of a mix between the two there.
Exactly.
But as far as the design of the villain, it's pretty interesting. But it's like, what the hell is it supposed to be based off of? As far as like the powers and everything, like I said, it's pretty much a copy and paste from the previous 2 shocker villains. But other than that, same thing. Little bit of a different like finishing move and all that, but still, according to Kent, we'll still dock it off. So with this, I'll give it a D.
I'm giving it a C-. It's the same. Again, like if I was watching this by myself, I probably would be more critical because I would be miserable and not having a good enough time. At least with someone else, like you can laugh at it a little bit more and have fun with it. But by yourself, I almost think a couple of years ago when we did Ultra 7, if we had done, running commentary with that, like we've done with Spectre Man and Kamen Rider here, I probably would have given most of those episodes in that series a slightly higher score. But obviously, I'm not much of a fan of Ultra 7. It's fine. C-. It's fine. And with that, we thank you for listening or watching us. We will be back in a couple more weeks with more than likely 3 more episodes of Kamen Rider.
And probably hear more of our tangents.
Yeah. Be prepared to, be entertained about us talking about something totally unrelated to.
Yeah. So again, if you haven't done so, if you see a subscribe button above or below wherever you're watching us from, make sure to hit that subscribe button, and as well as smash the like button. And of course, we're available on YouTube, Rumble, and some of the other video platforms, and as well as Spotify, as well YouTube again, Apple Podcasts for your audio versions of the episodes, and then you can view both of them right on our own website at gogokaijushow.com.
I almost thought Daikaiju Show.
I was this close to saying it. I caught myself.
Well, thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you here in a couple of weeks.
All right, we'll see you guys next time.